Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. Today, we are going to spend some time giving some love to those hips. So throughout that whole pelvic region, guys, really just working to let go of tension. Hips have a tendency to hold a lot of negative energy, so we're going to help let go of some of that. So be mindful, and if it's too deep, guys, come out of it. Making sure that there's no pain, there's no tingly sensations. Those pins and needles, guys, never a good thing. So really just focusing on you, being present within the four corners of your mat. And if you don't happen to have a mat, just your space, okay? Being mindful of the earth below you, the connection of the earth, the body, the breath. So just staying connected and grounded right here, right now. Smile on your face, open mind, willing spirit, and no expectations. Okay, so let go of those expectations, let go of your ego, and let yourself just be present right here. Let's find a cross-legged position that works for you. So maybe you have your feet a little further apart, not crisscrossing at those ankles. If a cross-legged position is just not in the cards today for whatever reason, extend your legs out nice and wide and sit up nice and tall. So one thing that can really help if you do struggle with this, I love that they call this easy pose, because I know a lot of folks that it's not very easy, but you can sit on a bolster or sit on a pillow or multiple pillows, a block, and that just lifting of your bum can really help let go of some of that intensity in the hips. So give that a whirl if that feels okay. And let's sit up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up and back and let the shoulders just gently slide down and away. Close your eyes. We're just going to take a moment or two to check in with our breath. Turning the palms to face the sky, drape the wrists over the knees, gently bring your index finger to touch your thumb. And we're just going to do a check-in, guys. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Into those hips, noticing if we're holding any tension anywhere. If so, it's okay. Guaranteed you're in good company. We're just going to work to let go of some of that tension, hopefully a lot of it. Now let's bring those hands down by your hips, keeping those eyes closed, sitting up nice and tall. Bring the chin towards the chest. Just gently warming up the body. Inhale it up nice and tall. Exhale, take your gaze, open those eyes out over that right shoulder. Little tuck of your chin towards your right collarbone. And give a little push with those palms towards the mat. Still sitting up nice and tall, so keeping those shoulders from rolling forward. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. And we take that gaze out over that left shoulder, still sitting up nice and tall, stacking those vertebrae. A gentle tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. And let's press those palms towards the floor. Again, making sure we're not rolling those shoulders forward, but rather keeping those shoulders back, shoulder blades sliding down your back. Strong through that posterior chain of your body. Open chest to get those big deep breaths. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. Reach to the sky. Exhale and release that right hand to the mat, left arm up and over. Keep that left sit bone connected to the earth as you reach over as far as you can reach. Feel that stretch starting in the hip, all the way up through the waist, through the ribs, and out through the fingertips. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Oh, keeping that right sit bone connected to the earth. Beautiful stretch, starting in that outer hip, all the way out through the tips of the fingers. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Pull the hands through to heart center, release your hands to the mat, and let's walk those hands forward. So we can keep those elbows bent if you like, supporting with the hands, or you can extend those arms out and just let gravity gently draw that upper body down. Now, oftentimes you might notice if you've got really tight hips going on, that lower back is a little unforgiving as well. So the interconnections of the body, guys, is pretty powerful. So learning to let go, relaxing your jaw, softening your eyes, giving the body permission to let go of that guard, and just gently sink. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands out to the right. Reach through your left fingertips as far as you can reach. So by reaching out through those left fingertips, feel that beautiful stretch. Starting again at that outer hip, through the top of the pelvis, out through the fingertips. So our lateral movements, guys, helping to let go. Just moving in different directions rather than front to back. Getting those rotations in, those side to side movements. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk those hands back through center. And over to the left, reaching through those right fingertips as far as you can reach. Pressing that right sit bone towards the mat, relaxing the weight of your head. And just notice, do you carry more tension on one side versus the other? I do, I know that. And if so, think about it. Have you had an injury? Any kind of a procedure? Or is it just kind of the way your body's built? Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through center. No judgment, no criticism, guys, just learning about our bodies and what we can do to make them the very best we can. Circle the hands back by your hips, big circle of those arms overhead, reach to the sky. Exhale and release your hands down by your sides. Let's come forward and up onto all fours. To a tabletop position, hands shoulder width apart. Core is strong. Let's take a big breath into cow pose, tummy towards the floor, gaze and sit bones to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, lift your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale it back to neutral, and let's just gently sway those hips side to side, as big or as little as you'd like that movement to be. As we sway those hips, we keep those core muscles engaged, supporting the back so we're not arching the back a whole lot. Come back to center. Take a big breath in, belly towards the mat, gaze and sit bones to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, lift your spine, tuck your chin. And inhale it back to that neutral spine. Let's walk the hands back, and we're gonna sit back onto our heels. Breathe, core strong. I'm gonna turn to face you. So we're gonna come side to side. Hands can be at your hips, they can be out to the side, they can be out in front. You decide what's right. So be mindful of those knees, quads, and hips. We're gonna lift just slightly and come to the left. We come back up and go to the right. So maybe you don't go all the way down. Maybe it's just a lean and we come up and a lean. If you can come all the way down, it's just a little extra work, guys. Never a bad thing. And you can play with those hands. Where is it right for you? So feel those oblique muscles working to get yourself up off the floor. You can have the arms overhead if you like. A little bit more of a mermaid feel to it. And last one. Awesome. Come back to center and release those hands down by your sides. Let's come back to our tabletop position. And breathe. Core strong, extend. Left leg straight out to the side. Walk your hands forward and press your hips back. Breathe. So as you reach those sit bones back, oh goodness sakes, great stretch through the inner thigh, through the lower back, through the hip. And inhale it back up. Pull that right or that left knee in. Right leg extends out. Sole of the foot to the mat or to the ground and press it back. Breathe. So again, just checking in. Each time we come to a pose, which side feels better? Inhale, lift. Pull that right knee back in. And let's sit it back to child's pose. Extend the arms out nice and long. Hips back towards your heels, forehead towards the mat. Breathe. Extending the arms out nice and long. Hands shoulder width apart, spread your fingers wide. Let's lift the forehead, tuck the toes. Press and lift your hips to the sky. Down dog. Nice long stretch down the backs of the legs. That first down dog, guys, can either feel so good or be an oh my goodness kind of moment. Let's inhale it to high plank. Exhale it back to down dog. Hopefully it's that oh feels so good. Inhaling it back to high plank. Exhaling to down dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Just moving with your breath. Full deep breaths. And let's do that 1 more time, and we're gonna meet back in our down dog. Shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Toes are off your mat, heel is on. We rotate and extend. Right arm to the sky, reach it up. As high as you can reach. Let those hips be heavy and sink. So not only are we getting those hip flexors down the front of that left leg, but we're getting that outer hip in the right. The groin in the right. Oh, so nice. Breathe. Let's bring that back knee to the floor. Keep those toes tucked under. Circle that right arm around behind your back. Rolling that right shoulder back. Just use that right hand to kind of nestle in against your hip to help that rotation along. Breathe. Inhale, extend right arm. Extend that left leg. Release that right hand down to the inside of your foot. Step it back to plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. And we shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Toes are off, heel is on, and we rotate, extending left arm to the sky, reach it up. High as you can reach. With that left knee rotated out just a bit, right in line with those toes. Feel that nice stretch in that hip. As those hips are heavy, core remains strong. Feel that stretch down the front of that right leg. Let's bring that back knee to the mat. Keep those toes tucked under. Circle that left arm around behind your back. Wrap your arm around the back of the waist. And then gently take your gaze up towards the sky as you pull that left shoulder back and away. Be mindful that we're not sinking into that right shoulder, but we're lifting out of that right shoulder. Find your breath. Quiet that body. Let it just find its edge, that place between effort and effortless. Extending left arm to the sky, extending that right leg. Release your left hand down to the inside of your foot and step it back to plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. And we gently sway side to side. Little arch, just back and forth. Breathe. Coming back to center. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. And release the weight of the upper body down. Soft bend in those knees. Checking in with those hamstrings, those glutes, the calves, that lower back. Our forward fold, guys, so great at lengthening those hamstrings and calves. Giving a little love to those glutes, those outer hips. Bringing the hands to the elbows and we gently sway side to side. Nice big deep breaths. Coming back to center, release your arms and let's slowly roll it up. One vertebra stacking on top of the other as you rise with a big shoulder roll at the top. Shoulders slide down and away. Palms turn to the front. Tummies are tight. Glutes are tight. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Find your breath. Shift your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhale, and we're going to sweep that right hand about halfway up towards that right foot towards the right hand. And then we're going to roll it open to a side plank, extending right arm to the sky. Reach it up. So as we pull that right foot up towards the hand, knee is bent, and do you feel that great stretch in that outer hip? Rotating that right palm towards the front, reach it up and over. Long line from fingertip all the way down to your foot. Inhale, lift that right arm to the sky and slowly release that right hand down, coming back up onto the left toes and step the right foot back to plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhale and sweep that left foot about halfway up to that left hand. And again, we're gonna roll it open to our side plank. Extending left arm to the sky, reach it up as high as you can reach. You feel that love? Oh my goodness, that glute med, that outer hip, just loving this stretch. Reach it up. So we're strengthening core, strengthening shoulders, rotating that left palm towards the front, reach it up and over. Lengthening, extending, breathing and letting go. Challenging, guys, never a bad thing, but make sure we're where we should be. If you need to back that foot off a little bit, back it off. Inhale, lift that left arm to the sky. Slowly release it down, rolling back up to the toes on that right foot. Step your left foot back to plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. And sway those hips side to side. Nice big deep breaths. And we come back to center, taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And pull those hands to heart center. Find your breath. Core is strong. We find a focal point out in front of us, and we're going to shift our weight to our right foot. Soft bend in both knees. Crossing that left leg up and over, bring your big toe to just barely touch the mat. Now you can stay right here, or circle that left foot around behind your leg, wrapping at the calf as best you can. Opening those arms out to a field goal, wrapping that left arm underneath the right. We bring the elbows together and bring the palms to touch. Eagle pose. Now you can just focus on the arms or just the legs. If you like, begin to lift your fingertips towards the sky and gently pull those fingertips out and away, opening the angle of your arms, feeling that great stretch in that upper back. Breathe. Stability, strength, flexibility all rolled in here. Pulling those hands back in towards heart center, lowering those elbows down. Release the legs. Release the hands, big circle overhead. Exhale, open those arms to a nice wide V as you arch it back. Gaze to the sky. Inhale, reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center. Find that focal point once again. Take a moment if you need to. Get rid of the wiggles. Clear your head. And come back. We shift our weight to our left foot. Soft bend in both knees. Taking that right leg up and over. Big toe just barely touching the mat. You can stay here. You can wrap that foot around the back of the calf. If it doesn't quite wrap, just tuck it as tightly against your leg as you can get it. Breathe. Opening those arms out to a field goal, if that feels right to you. Wrapping that right arm underneath the left, bringing the elbows to touch, bringing the palms to touch for our eagle pose. Stability, strength, and flexibility. Lifting those fingertips towards the sky if you like, and then gently pull those hands out and away, opening the arms, the angle of the arms just a bit. Deepening that stretch for that upper back. Space between those shoulder blades. Pulling the hands back in towards your face. Lowering those elbows. Release the legs. Release the arms. Big circle of those arms overhead. Exhale, open those arms to a nice wide V, arch it back, gaze to the sky. Inhale, reach to the sky. Pull those hands to heart center, to mountain. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. And exhale to down dog. And gently alternate bending knees. Just take a moment, giving a little love for the backs of the legs, checking in with the breath. As you exhale, let both heels gently sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Interlace your fingers at the top, all but the index finger and thumb. Step those feet side by side. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, lean to the left. Press your hips to the right and roll that right shoulder back, taking your gaze towards the sky. Breathe. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Exhale, lean to the right, hips to the left. Squeeze those inner thighs, roll that left shoulder back, and take your gaze towards the sky. And inhale it back up. Pull the hands to heart center. Let's step those feet about the width of the mat, turning those toes off of the mat, heels remain on the mat. So our pelvis slightly tucked under, core is strong, hands at heart center, tailbone pointing straight towards the ground. Let's begin to sink. Breathe. So as we start to sink, guys, you might need to adjust your feet. Absolutely fine. Wherever you are, stop. Check in. Tuck the pelvis, lift the chest. Breathe. Knees are behind your toes. Slowly begin to sink. And again, if you need to adjust, adjust. So I'm a little bit wide, and I need to bring those feet a little bit in. So adjust. You're never stuck in a pose, my friends. Bringing those palms to touch, pressing those palms towards one another, and gently pressing the wrists towards the ground to create that nice horizontal line across the forearms. Draw your shoulder blades down and away. Breathe. Now, if we're a little bit higher, absolutely fine. If you need to support with those hands, absolutely fine. If we're down and you want those hands on the ground, absolutely fine. Now, I want you to notice, how about that weight? A lot of times we're kind of leaning in on the arch of your feet. I want you to pull those knees back and work to press the outer edge of your foot to the mat. Release your hands, and as you exhale, extend the legs. Lift those hips. Again, as you inhale, bend the knees, press through that outer edge of your foot, that back side, pinky toe side of the foot, and we lift to garland. And just gently rock side to side, kind of play with it a little bit. Doesn't matter how fast or how slow, guys. Now we're gonna come back to center and release that left hand to the inside of your foot. Right arm extends to the sky and then circles around behind. If you can find that left thigh, hold on to it. Take your gaze up towards the sky. Those knees still rolled back, core strong, breath slow and steady, extending right arm to the sky, slowly releasing it back to center. And that right hand gently placed against the mat. Rotate and extend, left arm to the sky, and circle that left arm around behind. If you can find that right thigh, hold on to it. Gaze is up towards the sky. Breathe. So there's some different things that are going on with the body. Listen to it. Honor it. Is it a challenge? Does it feel oh so good? Is it easy peasy? Extending left arm to the sky and slowly coming back to garland. Now here we go, strength. I want you to really focus on lifting through the crown of the head as opposed to lifting your bottom first. So slide up that wall. There's a wall behind you, so your bottom can't push through that wall. Extend the arms to the sky. Arch it back, palms gently stay touching. And inhale it up tall. Pull the hands to heart center. Step those feet to hip width apart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step or hop to high plank. Hold your plank for just a moment. As you exhale, crocodile down. Inhale, up dog. Open up those knees and sit it back to child's pose. Arms extending out nice and long. And just kind of let yourself nestle in to that extended child's pose. Chin or cheek to the mat. You are always welcome to stack the hands if that feels better to you. And just breathe. And let's walk those hands up. Come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around. And we're going to extend right leg out to the side. Left foot's going to come in and we're going to make a nice straight line across the top of our mat. So you're not pulling your foot in super tight against your thigh. We're actually taking it out and away from us. And let's flex that left foot. So nice straight line from ankle to knee. And we're going to take that right leg and we're going to cross it up and over. Now, if sitting Indian style, cross-legged style, easy pose is enough of a stretch for you guys, that's a great alternative because this is a pretty intense hip stretch and flex both feet. So our shins are stacked and we're sitting up nice and tall, coming to our fire log pose. Now, you might have a ton of space between the ankle and the knee. It is absolutely fine. You might be just flat as can be. Oh my gosh, celebrate that, you guys. So again, told you at the beginning, we have this tendency to hold a fair amount of stress and negative energy in our hips. We've been working through it, but now it's kind of that culmination, guys. This is a pretty darn intense stretch. I want you to embrace it, close your eyes, and just be present. If you like, taking that right hand and gently pressing down on that right knee, gently. So I want you to be mindful of your posture. Oftentimes when we're intense going on in that lower body, the upper body kind of collapses in. I want you to sit up tall. Maintain that good posture. Close your eyes. That good posture allows that full, big, deep breath. Lungs to fill, lungs to empty. Get rid of that stale air. If it feels right to you, bring your hands forward out in front of your shins. You will know right away. If it doesn't feel good, come right back up to that sitting tall position. If you hinge forward and you're like, actually, that feels pretty good, you're welcome to keep walking it out. You can go as low as you like, letting your head be heavy. So your body initially is going to guard. That's its job, guys, to keep us safe, to make sure you're not doing anything silly. Give yourself a second. Breathe into it. Let go of that tension. Let go of that tightness. So depending upon what you've been doing lately, I've been doing a fair amount of running, jogging lately, and hello, I can feel this. So hip flexors, oh, and those hips, they need some love apparently. If you've been sitting a lot, if you've been going on long walks or hikes, cycling, you might feel this the same. Maybe you just have a tendency to hold tension in your hips. That's always the case for me. And then walk those hands back up. And just take a second here and notice, did that space shrink? Did the intensity fade a little bit? Can you smile? Because maybe when we first got here, you're like, oh man, who thought this was a good idea? You're in good company. Awesome. So go ahead and lean back a little bit to release those legs and extend the legs out nice and long. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, hinge it forward. Oh, release it down. Soften those feet if you like, or keep those feet flexed Just let your head be heavy. Breathe. But guess what, my friends? You have 2 legs. So we get to do the other one. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. And thank goodness for that, right? Release your hands. And let's take that left leg off to the side. Right foot's gonna cross out in front. And again, we don't wanna pull that foot right up next to our inner thigh. We want it out and away a little bit. And we're gonna cross left foot up and over. So that little space kind of just below your ankle before your heel, great spot to just kind of place right on that knee, the inner side of your knee, and then open it up. So as we come into our fire log pose, feet are flexed, keeping those ankles safe. You can rest your hand on your knee and give it a gentle press. Now, are you more tense on this side, less tense on this side? This one feels a little bit better to me, so thank you. I hope that it does for you too. Hopefully we got that more challenging side done already. Sitting up nice and tall. Make whatever adjustments you need, guys. Really working to stack those legs. So fire log pose, right? Consider those logs. We stack, stack, stack. Breathe. Can you smile? Can you close your eyes? How is that tension in your jaw? So sometimes when we come to a certain place and you're like, oh, we're squinching our jaw, we're squinching our eyes shut, I want you to relax. Because if you've got a whole lot of tension going on up here, it's hard to let go down here. So noticing the space, more or less, or same. Doesn't matter either way, just knowledge. And if it feels good to you, come forward a little bit. Is that the right move, or do we need to come back to that sitting tall position? Listen to your body. If it's right, go ahead and walk it out. Releasing the weight of the upper body down. So again, initially, your body's going to be like, oh, guarding. Everything tightens up. Making sure you don't go too deep too fast. Give your body an opportunity to really let go through those hips. Now you might have to intentionally squeeze those muscles, and then as you exhale, let it go. So sometimes it won't do it on its own. You got to kind of coach it through. So inhale and squeeze, and then exhale, relax. Kind of a warm, fuzzy feeling in those hips. That's a beautiful thing. Numbness, tingling, nope, never a good thing. Pain, nope, never a good thing. That dull kind of ache, yep, that's a good thing. That means we're getting some good work done for those joints. And let's slowly walk the hands back up. And just take a second. Has that space shrunk? Yes, we love it when that happens. That means your body's letting go, learning to release that tension, working to work more, or able to work more efficiently, helping with our gait, our posture, our balance. So great, you guys. Go ahead and rock it back to release those legs. Extend those legs out nice and wide. Oh, and just kind of alternate bending those knees. Point and flex your feet, just kind of wiggle it a little bit. Get rid of that tension. Point and flex. Awesome. Reach to the sky. And as you exhale, right hand comes down along the inner thigh, left arm up and over. If you like, flex those feet. That's just going to intensify things. Otherwise, soft foot. And roll that left shoulder back. Getting that beautiful stretch all the way down that left side. Inhale it back up, reach to the sky. Exhale, left hand comes along the inner thigh, right arm up and over. Breathe. Inhale, reach to the sky. Go ahead and release those hands. Let's pull that left foot in, foot right along the inner thigh. Right hand behind you, left arm extends to the sky. Let's press and lift. Opening and reaching. Breathe, pointing those right toes, lengthening through those left fingertips. Inhale, reach to the sky and slowly lower your bottom back down. Bring that left hand behind you. Switch sides, right foot comes in, left leg extends out, point your toes. Reach with that right hand, lift those hips. Arch it back, reaching through those left fingertips. Breathe. Inhale, reach to the sky. Slowly lower your bottom back down. Crisscrossing those legs. We come back to easy pose. Hopefully, it feels easier than it did when we started. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over. Just sway side to side, twice on each side. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, one more time, each side. Just feels so good. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, up and over. And inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Gently pull those hands through heart center. Release the back of the hands to the tops of the knees. Close your eyes, relax the shoulders. If it feels right to you, bring your index finger to touch your thumb. Let your breath just flow. Feel yourself sit up nice and tall. Take a moment, noticing how the hips feel, the lower back, the mind. That chatter within the mind is quiet. The body feeling healthy, happy. Hips warm and happy. We take a moment setting an intention for today to be kind to ourselves. Don't judge, don't criticize. Challenge yourself each and every day. Find something that's a little bit of a struggle, because when you set your mind to it, you can do anything. But be kind to yourself. Self-love, self-care are so important so that we can better care for those whom we love. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull those hands to heart center. I can't thank you enough for joining me today. I hope that felt super good. I hope you loved every second of it. If you didn't love every second of it, I hope it was good. I know there's a love-hate relationship with some of these poses. I have it too. So hopefully these were all that you love, that just felt amazing. And you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Be well. And until the next time, namaste.